Hello and welcome to this new podcast episode, or if you're watching on YouTube, welcome to this new video of mine. We will be talking about the lucky girl syndrome today. What is it? How can you manifest with it? And does it actually work? So yeah, if you want to learn more about it, just keep on listening. I have my tea here because I think this is going to be quite a juicy episode. At least I hope. If you hear any background noise, I apologize. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So this trend has been going around on TikTok for a while now. I don't actually have, sounds weird, but I actually don't have TikTok. But I heard about the trend on another podcast and I found it very, very interesting because I think it's a very interesting concept that discusses a lot of interesting and important viewpoints when it actually comes to manifesting. So what even is the lucky girl syndrome? Basically, this syndrome is you reaffirming to yourself, oh, I'm so lucky, good things always flow to me, I am the luckiest girl alive, or man alive, boy alive, whatever you want. So yeah, it's pretty universal and it's just a very simple but apparently very effective affirmation. Why is that? It's actually based on the law of assumption. Law of assumption is created by Neville Goddard. It talks about how people affirm, and with affirming, like saying things and holding beliefs about themselves, they're creating their reality and their identity. So if I would therefore always think like, oh, I'm ugly, I am not well liked, or things like that, these are all negative affirmations and they are all gonna reflect back upon you. So whether it's like people thinking you're not worthy of things or you're not the popular girl in school, it's all coming back onto what you believe about yourself. That also means, on the other hand, that you can change your reality, that you can change your assumption about yourself, and that you can change how other people view you. And this is the key to success. So law of assumption therefore just says like, okay, you have to create positive affirmations around the way you want to perceive yourself. Therefore, the lucky girl syndrome is basically applying this. It's like a technique that applies this law in real life. So then you're saying, I am so lucky, good things always flow to me. And then it's not like, so I don't want to say it's all magically gonna come to you, but you're gonna for sure notice a lot more positive things and positive shifts in your life. This is basically based on physics because your neurological system is trained to actually filter out information, and the most relevant information and the most information that suits to you, what you want to perceive, is going to be shown more to you. Therefore, if you're thinking of yourself, you're so lucky, you're randomly going to find money on the ground. Or so I'm not saying it's hocus pocus here. It's just, how do I put this? It's basically not hocus pocus. It is, otherwise you might have walked past those €5 on the ground. Like if you gave off a bad energy, the person in front of you probably wouldn't have offered you a coffee. It's basically this principle, so that you are affecting and influencing what is going to happen to you. I'm just quickly gonna drink my tea. Feel free to also grab a beverage or anything you like. Spiritual talk and just, sipping some tea or coffee. Ooh, coffee would be good now too. Okay, I'm distracting, sorry. I just want to add on to this trend by spreading the awareness of where it comes from and why it works. So it's like you're slowly changing your belief system. You're slowly, with those affirmations, getting into your subconscious mind, and you're changing the world around you because you are going to show up differently. You're going to have different things you're going to focus on. So this is why this lucky girl syndrome works. I've seen some articles on the internet saying it's toxic positivity, which I wouldn't necessarily say, because I think everything that comes to manifesting can be seen as toxic positivity. On the other hand, I think it also shows just that some people have limiting beliefs holding them back from creating the life they want. And of course, like, it's not like, oh, everything is always beautiful. Like, life has its ups and downs. I think everything comes in waves, and we are here to have the full experience. And we're not here to always have the perfect day and the perfect life. Like, that's not what it's about. I think what actually makes life perfect is seeing the good and the bad things. Otherwise, we would also, without the darker days, we wouldn't see the positive ones. So with that, I don't want to encourage you now to always think like, oh, I'm so lucky, like I cannot be sad right now. This is not what it's about. It's about still acknowledging your feelings, acknowledging your emotions, but also being more aware and just changing your belief system to actually allowing good things into your life, allowing miracles to flow to you, because you're basically creating that void where you're making room and space for new and better things to come in. Because you're saying, I'm lucky, I am open to receiving. This is what you're sending out with this. You're sending out to the universe, okay, I am ready now to receive good things. Because I am lucky, good things flow to me. So this is basically just what it is. Changing your perspective, changing your belief system. And yeah, the lucky girl syndrome, therefore, is one affirmation, but this cannot work if you don't strongly believe in it. So in my first podcast episode, Manifesting 101, we talk about how important it is to feel it, but also to believe it. So if you don't, you can also re-listen to that one in case you need to catch up. So if you don't believe in it, the feeling of already having it is not going to be as strongly. So if you don't think you can actually be a lucky girl and things can flow to you, they also won't. It's all programmed within your subconscious, and that's going to reflect upon your reality. So therefore, in case things don't show up the way you want them to, look on the outside, analyze things around you, and see why they aren't showing up. May there be any blocks still left within you that you haven't noticed before, because it could be. Like, probably there are, otherwise you would have already had what you wanted. And yeah, it's more focusing on the positive things in life rather than always the negative ones or the bad ones. So now you got my hold on toxic positivity, but also on the lucky girl syndrome. I didn't mean to make this a very long episode because I just feel like it's not really necessary to talk a very, very long time about it, since it's like a short affirmation and it's a very quick fix. But be aware, please, that you need to do your mindset work first, and that you cannot expect to, like, of course you can, like, of course it happens for people, but only if they already are like ready to receive things. And if you notice yourself blocking yourself off of things sorry, then it's going to be way more difficult for you to actually get those things into your life. And it's not to discourage you, it's not to keep you from actually doing the things you want. Not at all. It's just saying you can do everything you want, but be aware of your thought patterns. And be aware if you believe in yourself and if you believe in this working. Because it is psychologically and also scientifically, that's basically the same thing, right? Proven. I'm so lost sometimes, I'm so sorry. Look, this is a negative affirmation right there. Caught myself. It is what it is. But yeah. If you catch yourself thinking in a way that you don't want to be perceived as from others, or that also might hinder you from getting the things you want, or negative self-talk, then I encourage you now to stop that, to watch more over yourself and after yourself, because it is all about giving love to yourself first, opening up to good things around you, and then you're ready to receive. Then you know you can actually do whatever you want. Not in a way of like ignore everyone around you and do your own shit. It's more about like you can have and be the person you want to be, because this is your life. So yeah, lucky girl syndrome is basically just saying I am lucky, I get everything I want, good things flow to me easily, I'm so lucky, all those things. So yeah, if you want some more affirmations, they're in the description below. And I will leave you with that. I hope you have a blissful day or evening whenever you're listening or watching. And yeah, see you next week or hear you next week. Bye!